instructions, obey the commands, protect yourself at all times, touch him up.
Outsmart him.
Outsmart him.
Outsmart him.
Type of answer I expected from him.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But what I was saying to you guys earlier before the fight started, when doing the ring walk, I'm really feeling Poison's outfit. You know, he's representing what every fighter is representing tonight.
He's very colorful.
You know, he comes in here and he's showing what every man is out here actually doing. They're trying to make a better life for their family, and this is the American dream. Every fighter is in this ring tonight to try to live the American dream, and he actually showed up with the whole Apollo Creed outfit on.
That's absolutely. And you know what? Somebody made it for him because I was looking at it a little bit earlier this week.
Custom
made.
The middleweight and another tough division in boxing right now, dominated, of course, by Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah,
but Jade is not where Jade is just in there. He told me numerous times, I'll take it.
Jade just took a good left hook.
He'll go with the flow.
You know, what Jade has to do is understand that he has to understand his abilities, which is speed and quickness. He doesn't have the punching power, but he has very quick hands, and he has really good awareness. But if he's start focusing on trying to, again, fighters try to impress this crowd. This crowd don't care about you.
And Richard, you talked about it, quick hands. He used that back in April when he defeated Tyler Jacques by unanimous decision, 4 rounds. Those quick hands got him the decision, Anthony.
Yeah, I watched that. I mean, he was really, to me, I was very impressed with that fight.
That's right, you were there.
I was there, and I told him after the fight, he was a little disappointed. But I said, I thought you did a very good job. I just thought that the opponent that you went up against was basically a small building.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot tougher to knock him down the way you thought you would.
What Jade is messing up right now is he's leaning his head over his front knee and over his front foot. And he's going to constantly get caught with these little shots by the smaller and shorter fighter.
So that's something you got to, what should he do? Pull his head back? What?
This is something that he has to understand. If a man is standing in front of me and his reach is less than mine, how is he hitting me? He's giving him the shot by leaning over that foot.
By putting that head out there over the foot.
It's putting too much pressure on the lead foot.
Again, footwork's so important in the sport. It means a lot. And Richard, you would know that because I know how technical you were when you were in the ring.
Mancuso, we're sitting on top of ice right now. You need to use your feet. You got to put your ice skates on and move around this ring.
I can't. They're too
They're
cold.
frozen. They're like frozen blocks.
They're too cold. I feel like I'm in a National Hockey League season right now.
Oh,
you see,
this
Keon,
is the ring.
you see this. Jade is constantly getting caught with these little punches because he's giving the distance away. He's not.
You know what he told me? He says he was born for this. He says, I'm very talented. I've been doing this long enough. I just feel like it's past due. Now, what does he mean by that?
Well, he got caught with a shot right there in that highlight.
Take a look at this round, opening round.
Look at Jay's head. You see, that's why he's getting caught. He's leaning over the lead foot.
Got to pull it back.
And
keep your head back.
His
should be
trainer.
neutral.
Plus, his arms are probably longer than his guys.
He trains at the Yes Boxing Club, and here in Jersey, and his trainer is the veteran Al Arturo, Rockland County guy. Numerous New York Golden Glove champions he's trained and worked many pro corners. He believes in Jade, as any trainer would believe in his fighter.
Right.
But I asked Al back in April about his pro debut, and I said, how far can he go? Al said, as far as he wants to take it. And I expected an answer like that from a veteran trainer. Round 2, scheduled for, guys, back me up. Is this the 6th rounder tonight? We haven't taken a break.
This is 4 rounds. This is 4 rounds.
Another 4 rounds.
Yeah, this is 4 rounds.
We'll be getting into the 6th rounders soon.
This fight is going to come down to momentum.
And I think we're going to take a break, and we might even talk to Julian Rodriguez in between, who was supposed to headline this show tonight, but due to circumstances beyond control.
So you look at Jade. Jade's the taller fighter, and he's not doing what we saw the previous fighters do, which was work a jab. He's fighting a shorter opponent. He's using a high guard, but he's not working his jab. He's taking little sharp shots on his ears and on the top of his head, which is dangerous. That throws off the equilibrium and everything. He has to get his distance, get his composure, and say, forget this crowd. I'm going to go home with a smile on my face.
You know, I could talk and tease about Guerrero being a Harvard grad.
But he's thinking this one out, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He is. And, you know, Jade is also got the experience. He's 3 international boxing
He has to work his jab.
You know, as an amateur, he fought in Ireland. And he's in the gym 6 days a week.
I saw him there a couple of weeks ago.
And employed by a car transportation company. So, you know,
Mancuso, the shorter fighter is working the jab. The shorter fighter understands that he needs to throw a double jab just to get close, and he's using it. This is the adjustments that can cause the favorite fighter not to pull off the victory tonight. You see, he's forcing Jade to fight a short man's fight.
Jade keeps missing punches, too.
Because he's fighting a short man's fight. His punches should land from a distance, not on the inside.
Dario Guerrero comes from that Mexican background.
Guerrero is digging on him. He's landing good body shots and hooks to the head.
Even
nonstop.
You know what? Even though he's 0-2-1 and 29 years of age, he's going at it with Ivery like he's been in the ring 30 times.
If you look at the action right now, you will see Guerrero is actually making Jade wrestle him. This is not a clinch, this is a wrestling match. You see, you have to train for this. Jade is allowing Guerrero to fight his fight tonight. You know, Guerrero has trained for weeks doing what he's doing right now. Jade hasn't. He's not doing anything that he trained to do in the gym.
And that is to stay away.
That is the box. That is the box and look classy. He's allowing this man to cause him to be an ugly fighter tonight.
And so far, it's an ugly fight. It really is. It's very much an
Yeah,
inside
but
fight.
you know, it's also a little, you know, what I would say entertaining a little bit. It is ugly, but entertaining. Just like my broadcasting tonight. Ugly and entertaining.
As long as it's entertaining, that's all that matters.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to round 3, and both corners making sure their fighters are getting enough of that water to hydrate. And you know what? I like Guerrero.
Jade is the corner's talking.
Right.
You know, he had a little bit of disappointment in his face, it looks like.
Yeah. We're moving now to round the 3rd of 4.
We need Keon Jade Poison needs to start working his jab right now. What he's doing, he needs to start pumping 2 or 3 jabs. That's what he has to do. He has to create the distance. If you want to cross the bridge, make him pay the toll.
Right. This guy is throwing punches.
You don't give him an easy pass.
Shots.
I remember back in April, the 3rd round and scheduled for 4. That's when he came on strong. And Richard, you know him well. He seems to get more going as a fight moves past the 2nd round. It showed back in April. It's showing again tonight.
Well, sometimes it just takes a moment to figure things out, right, Richard?
Sometimes you have to realize you ain't in there. You're not in there doing what you know you should be doing. You're out there trying to impress people.
Right.
And that's what Keon has done. And that's why I asked you guys, do you want to go to a fight or a fashion show?
You want to go to a fight. You come to the fight, you want to go to the fight.
Exactly. Keep it in the ring, as I say.
I'm starting to feel like that's always towards me when you say that.
Oh, that was a lunging shot, but he might have caught him.
Keon Jade just got caught with another good right hand over the top.
Right. He's doing a lot of overhand shots that are catching Keon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the style of a shorter fighter.
Right.
Yeah. Because the taller fighter has to punch down. And where Keon is messing up is he's already leaning forward, so his shots is already coming low.
Exactly.
You know, he's lucky that I mean that's the style of a shorter fighter.
Right.
Because the taller fighter has to punch down. And where Keon is messing up is he's already leaning forward, so his shots is already coming low.
Exactly.
You know, he's lucky that you know, Guerrero, he's throwing an overhand right, because if he throws it straight, it would land flush.
I thought I saw a little bit of blood. I couldn't tell.
Oh, you saw blood?
But it.
Yeah, yes, you saw blood. It's a lot. He's bleeding everywhere. If you look at the left bicep,
Oh, look at that.
yeah, it's bleeding.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's cut. It's Keon.
Yeah, Jade is cut.
Jade is cut. I think it was a butt.
Yeah,
That's what he was saying. Look at that.
Ricardo Vera, the referee, is going to get some attention now for Jade.
And that headbutt's happening.
There's a butt.
Right.
Yeah.
The headbutt is
Well,
happening.
their heads were coming together. You knew
Yeah.
that.
Clash of heads will do it, and that is a nasty cut.
The headbutt is happening because the taller
Top of
fighter
Jade,
is bending down.
It might
Keep
put an
leaning forward.
it might put an end to this fight.
They can save his win tonight if they stop it right
That's
now.
a deep cut.
We may have maybe a no contest. Won't go to the score.
And,
Or they're going to allow
no,
it.
They're going to allow it to continue.
This is the momentum I'm talking about. He's going to jump on Jade
It's
now.
a 4-round fight. It's
He's going to
hard-
jump on Jade. He's going to attack him.
It's hard to go to
Jade
jump.
When
is
the
gonna
lion
fight
see
now.
blood,
Yeah.
when the lion see blood, he goes for it.
Well, Jade is going to fight back hard.
He's going to go for it. He's going to have to. Jade has to bring the dog out of himself right now.
Right.
He's doing it.
He can't look for ref for help how he just did. He has to fight.
See, they're keeping their heads in. It's like you said, it's
Yeah.
a wrestling match.
It's a very, very physical fight.
Right. It's not necessarily
And
a good
Clash of
fight.
Heads would do that.
Right.
Surprised. I am really surprised that they let Jade continue.
A lot of blood coming out.
It's
That's
because
it.
it's coming
It's a-
from his head,
it's
not the eye.
Regardless, it's going into his eye, Richard, and that's got to do. You know,
Come on, we saw Gotti fight. We saw Gotti
I
in worse
know,
situations.
but this is not Arturo Gotti.
This is how you create 'em.
and Ward.
Let them fight. Let them fight. He
All
has
right, we know who the warrior is in this broadcast.
to. You
Let's
got to
see what
bring it out.
happens. You got to come out.
You got to jump in the jaws of the lion and give him, and pull his wisdom tooth.
He definitely would know, Richard.
I like that. So jump into the jaws of the lion and pull his wisdom tooth.
Yeah, he's been in there. Al Toro attending right now to his fighter in the corner. We're going to go to the fourth and final round,
The doctor's in the ring.
but the doctor is looking at it. It is deep. It's nasty.
Who's his cut man?
From the Yes Boxing Gym. And
Oh, Al.
Yeah. Al's his trainer and cut man. Yeah.
Oh, no,
And
he's-
Al's a veteran.
No,
He's been
Keon,
out there.
Keon J. Poison is cut over his left eye.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
From what I
showing
see
it.
right now,
Right.
yeah,
Taking a good
but
look at
the
it
doctor
right
stepped
now.
in front of the camera, so I can't
Yeah.
see. But he's cut over his left eye.
Well, they're going to let it go
That's a
on.
nasty cut.
They're going to let it go on to a fourth and final round.
It's only 4 rounds. They let the girls fight for 2. He could fight
Yeah.
for 3.
And you know, there really is
They cleaned
a
it up.
4-round
Pretty good.
fight. They did. Al is excellent. Al is an excellent cut man trainer.
But
A veteran. He's been
part
around.
of the reason that happened, Richard, you're right, is that the taller fighter keeps putting his head down.
That's exactly why. And he's still fighting a shorter man's fight.
Right.
He's not an inside fighter. Keon is cut. They're going to stop him. This is.
He's bleeding probably from two
Yeah.
places.
Yeah,
Forty-
Ivory needs a TKO.
Steve Casper says he needs a KO to win it.
Yeah, he needs a KO. But he's not going to get it sitting here wrestling. He's not a wrestler. He's a boxer. Apollo Creed is what he needs to think.
Oh, please don't mention that name to me.
Wow, that's your favorite fighter.
Rocky's victory. This is real.
But that's your favorite fighter.
Yeah, all right. Hall of Fame.
This is too inside for Jade.
Two inside.
He needs to be out.
But it's only inside, AJ, because he's making it inside.
Right.
You see right there, he had an easy check hook.
That cut definitely, though, is impacting Jade, and we know that. And, you know, he's been impacted, but slowed him down a lot.
They're about to get my jacket dirty.
Yeah, well, they're right over us right now. You're probably going to get a little splatter. Next time we do this, don't wear pink.
Dirty my jacket. My jacket's going to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
See, right there, he was he was supposed to capitalize on that mistake.
He's definitely been impacted by that cut.
But you have to give him
Nice shot.
another right hand.
He's completely
And that's the right hand that cut him.
Yeah, and it's a completely different fight
Now
than the
their
one he
heads
had
are
in April.
head together, right over our heads.
Now, you saw that in
They're
April.
right inside.
Jade,
Look at
of course, fought a clean fight back in April.
Yes, a better fight. Better quality.
And, of course, he didn't get cut and had command. This fight is, he knows.
Totally different.
He knows that he is out of it. The cut has definitely impacted him.
One thing you do give, but I give the credit to Jade Poison. He isn't quitting.
Nope.
He isn't looking for a way out of the ring. He's still trying. Even though he didn't make an adjustment, he's still in the ring and he's trying. And I respect fighters that do not quit.
Were you ever in that position, Rich?
Oh yeah, my last fight, I got my face broken in the first 30 seconds of the fight.
Oh my goodness.
Still win all 10 rounds.
Really?
You
You knew you were dealing with it.
You hung in there as a warrior.
Yeah.
So I guess you were going into the mouth of the lion once again and finding that wisdom tooth.
Yeah, I probably didn't pull a wisdom teeth out, but I drilled a couple of holes.
There's the bell that ends round 4.
That's a really tough fight for Jade Poison. That was a really tough fight.
Fight's over, and again, a tough one.
You see the heads?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at the instant replay with the heads clashing.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Inside.
You know, he's taking hits on his chin. He's taking hits on his. All this is for the head. But this is the style of this man's fight. Jade wasn't supposed to be there. This man was susceptible for uppercuts and things like of that. You work off your jab, you set little right uppercuts and left hooks off. But Jade was leaning over the foot, so you can't penetrate a punch like an uppercut or a hook leaning over your front foot.
That's a nasty
Look,
cut, though.
look at
Real
the beautiful
nasty.
blood. Look at the artwork all over our table now. Check.
My red pen.
Checking his jacket. I got a couple of spots.
They got me. They got me.
They got you.
They got me.
It's my red pen. Shut up.
They got me.
You're still looking pretty in pink, man.
Look at my red pen. He'll be back in the ring. I got a feeling he wants it again. He's going to be back there soon.
Who's that, me?
Yeah, no, me. Talking about Richard Pearson.
They'll want me in there.
Anxiously await now. The scorecards are in the hands of Matt. Anthony, pronounce his last name again for me, please.
Campanella.
All right.
Campatello.
And here's Matt Campatello will give us the official decision.
Campatello.
Go ahead, Matt.
All right. Interesting decision here.
We're waiting for Matt. I thought he had it, but I believe he's ready to go.
Well, they're just giving it a little bit of time. I think they're
Yeah, well, Jade was, cut bad. Both fighters, though, Anthony, they exhausting 4 rounds.
That one was. They were at it. They were wrestling.
And this
they
is
were
what we
pushing,
get from
they were
Abella
shoving.
Boxing. You know, Scott Abella, the promoter, is in the ring right now, told me back in April, we're going to give the fans competitive fights. April, we saw that.
Right.
We're seeing it again tonight here
Absolutely.
at American Dream
Same
in East
thing.
Rutherford. Competitive fights. Not one of these fights is ending a stoppage tonight. They
No.
go into the decision in the judge's hands, as they say.
A night of
Yeah.
decisions so far.
And, you know, fans want knockouts, but they all want to see some good technical, good action, and we're getting that tonight.
I think they're getting
Yeah.
what they wanted to see here.
So
Good
it's-
fights.
It's been
Really,
very good.
really good
Don't you
fights.
agree, Rich?
Of course I agree.
Okay. We're waiting for the decision, and we're just bantering a little bit about how good of a card this has been. The fights have gone.
Well,
Yes.
you know,
What have you been so busy doing?
And
in between here.
You have to understand, man.
You're trying to sign a contract to come back to the next card here.
Well,
And
no, I
Abella
think he-
boxing. That's what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Listen, they're coming to me, offering me deals right
because
now.
they want you back. Not
They want you right now?
They don't want your blueberries or whatever you got.
No, I want the
They ate them all.
blueberries.
How can you say that?
And we didn't even get any.
I know.
Because they ate them all before I got them here.
I know.
They ate them all.
I know. I never get it. I don't get things like
We don't
that.
get the blueberries.
Here's the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a hellacious and hard-fought bout, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Robin Taylor scores this bout 40-36. Judges Mark Constantino and Ronald McNair score the bout 39-37. In favor of the winner via unanimous decision, Dario Guerrero.
Not surprised.
Well,
Nope, not surprised.
not surprised at all.